This is the real news. Carmelo Anthony is out of jail after the judge lowered his bond from $1 million to $250,000. He has some strict rules he must abide by. He is on house arrest. He must wear an ankle monitor, and he has to see the judge every Friday, and he has to request permission to leave his house to see the judge. Please remember, he is charged with capital murder. Even if he is convicted, he will not face the death penalty or life in prison. Carmelo Anthony says it was self-defense in a tent at a track meet when the twins came and started harassing him. He said he was fighting for his life. Now, there is videotape they said has not been released that will vilify if he is innocent or he is guilty. This is where we're at. But how do you feel? He does get bond. He is able to get out of jail. How do you feel about this decision? Conservatives are very mad. Pro-activists are very happy. Remember, he is an African-American male accused against a Caucasian male. This is the way we're living, ladies and gentlemen. I will keep you posted, but please understand, Carmelo Anthony is out of jail. His bond was posted from $1 million to $250,000, and it seems that we're going to trial to see what's going to happen for the rest of his life for this young man.
So, let me start with this. If you don't know Carmelo is the African-American boy who stabbed Austin Metcalf at a track meet just a few days back. So, this wasn't expected. Carmelo's bond was set to $1 million, but then the judge, Angela Tucker, reduced Carmelo's bond from $1 million to $25,000. That's $250,000. This is unbelievable, and this got people over their heads. Part of the community isn't happy, that's the white folk, and the black folk is really celebrating that the boy is almost out. Carmelo Anthony was given a bond on 14th April, that's Monday, and inside this bond, this is what it says. He's on house arrest and is not supposed to leave his house unless the judge, who is Angela Tucker, knows about it. Let me know what you think. Is this boy danger to community and shouldn't have been out? Or do you think he's guilty until proven? Tell me, let me know what you think down in the comments.
So I just came out of the courtroom. Oh, it was very tense, very calm, very professional. Judge Angela Tucker is not playing. She followed the law. So here are the results. Carmelo Anthony's bond was reduced to $250,000. He must wear an ankle monitor. He is on house arrest, and he cannot leave the house, not even to see his attorney, without the Collin Court judge's office approval. So it's not an automatic going to see his attorney. Every time he thinks about leaving that house, he must let the judge know. Prosecution asked for him to surrender his passport, which his family told the court he does not have a passport. So, yeah, that's what it is. His bond was reduced to $250,000. And with all the other stipulations that I previously said. Stay tuned for more.
So let me get this straight. People are mad at this judge for lowering the bail from $1 million to $250,000 for Carmelo. And now they're talking about she need to be condemned. What are we talking about? Everybody crying about the system, how it be broken, how they just throw young black males under the jail. And now the one time a black male is not put under the jail, everybody looking confused. Let's be real for a second. This man is only 17 years old. He have no prior charges. He is not a flight risk. He said this was an act in self-defense. I'm not saying he's innocent, but a bond is not about guilt. It's about whether you can fight your case from the outside. So the question is, what is it? Do we want fair treatment or do we just want punishment? So was she wrong for not being a bot and showing some humanity? If this was the system we all asked for, being balanced and thoughtful and not just throwing kids up under the jail, why are we trying to cancel this judge when all she's doing is doing her job? But people is trying to make it a race thing. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts down below in the comments.
I wasn't going to speak on this at first, but I think I have to. My favorite thing that Carmelo Anthony's lawyer said is that bond is not supposed to be a punishment. Because I feel like a lot of y'all failed to realize that and wanted that boy to be punished before he was even proven guilty. And another thing, he said when this evidence comes out, I think all of y'all judgments will be different. We've only heard one side of the story. That should tell you everything you need to know. I jumped for joy when I heard the news earlier today because Carmelo Anthony deserves to be at home with his family. He was put in a tough situation, and as a 17-year-old child, he acted out of fear. And I just don't understand how y'all cannot see that. Then y'all crazy tales still want to bring up the fact that they raised almost $500,000. Then y'all crazy tales want to talk about, oh, his family has more than enough to bail him out with his $1 million bond. Okay, and y'all want them to struggle. Y'all literally want for it to be unfair for this family. And it's really sick because y'all don't even know that this boy is guilty. Shout out to his lawyer. Shout out to their team. Shout out to the judges. And let's keep on raising awareness and keep on praying for this boy and his family and justice to be served.
Trigger warning, this video gonna start some mess because I'm about to be messy. But it gotta be said. Huh? This video gonna start some mess because I'm being messy, but it gotta be said. Alright? Listen, guess who got out on bail just now? Huh? Carmelo Anthony, okay? Listen, America is acting like a family arguing on Thanksgiving and a stranger walking the house. America is acting like a family arguing at Thanksgiving and a stranger walking the house. Listen, $250,000 bond. As soon as they dropped it down from $1 million to $250,000, my boy got out. He said, I got that. Yeah, right up in the GoFundMe. Drop it. Yeah. So now that he walking out, it's two different arguments. And I'm going to say both of them. We all family here. Let's just get it out the way. Okay? White people saying, well, why did he have a knife at school? He could have told somebody. I don't think it was that serious to take the boy's life. I mean, all kids horse around in school, right? I don't think it's about race. Listen. Now let's go to the black side. Black people like, a knife? That's Mando. That's Mando. Every young man need a knife at least. Matter of fact, while I grew up, that's the least of your worries. They was bringing more than that to school. Amen. But at the same token, somebody did lose their life. But now all this backstory coming out and black people sitting there waiting for white people to say something, and white people not saying nothing. They just saying like little snarky remarks. The boy got out of jail, and the white lady that was the reporter said, well, why were you armed at school? That's what we calling it now? If I put a rock in my pocket at school and walk in with it, am I armed? God, why we gotta take it so far? You got scissors in your book bag. Come on now. This is a young man. Needless to say, I know y'all can tell by the way I told y'all both sides what side I'm with. But we will reconvene at a later date. Let's just see how this goes. And we will be covering this. Comment section, get messy. That's what we here for. I'm just a messenger.
They have reduced this little monstrous bond to $250,000. There was a hearing today. Both of his parents testified, stating that he was an A student. He held 2 jobs. He was the captain of this team, the captain of that team, and he's never had any prior incidents before this, which I don't care. It doesn't matter. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. Here's the part that's going to make you flip. His defense attorney states a $1 million bond is not necessary because he's never been in any trouble before, and his family needs to be able to survive. It has been a huge source of stress. His defense attorneys also asked that he be placed on an ankle monitor so that this young man can be with his family. Well, you know what? If Austin could be with his family, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. Who in their right minds would have the audacity to stand up in front of a judge and ask for an ankle monitor so a murderer can be with his family? I mean, I'm floored. I'm speechless. He says, bail should not be an oppression. It should not be a punishment. It's to make sure people come to court. I have no words. I was so pissed when I heard this. So the parent says, it's been really difficult to get the money, and it's not as simple as just making a phone call to get it. And the donations have to be used for his defense. In other words, we can't use the donated money to get him out. We need to keep that for his defense. I don't know where this defense attorney gets his audacity from, but I need a little bit of it. Because he says, well, reducing the bond, putting him on house arrest with an ankle monitor, that is going to help reduce the temperature around the situation. So in other words, what he's saying is, if you let him out and put him on house arrest and give him a lower bond, it's going to make the black people who are defending him happy. That's basically what he was saying. Then he goes on talking about self-defense. So I'm assuming they're going to claim self-defense. I don't understand why we're treating this little monster like he's the victim. Like, you have a whole family here who lost their child, their brother, their friends. Like, why are we caring about whether his parents can afford to get him out or not? So the prosecution did cross-examine, and they mentioned an altercation on February the 4th at school. Now, I'm not sure if they didn't go into detail about it or the news article that I read didn't go into detail, but there was an altercation. And in American justice fashion, the judge lowered the bond and put the little monster on house arrest. Just total disregard for a family who lost their child and their brother. What is this world coming to? I'm telling you, if you are not rooted and grounded in the word of God, the darkness in this world will overtake you. The darkness, the vitriol, the evil that I see around social media regarding this murder is causing me to lose sleep at night, because I'm like, Lord, my grandchildren, they have to grow up in this world. God, it's mind blowing. It's too much.
Stop messing with black people. Stop messing with black people, children. You see what's going down? What happened at that track meet with Carmelo Anthony and that other boy? Stop bullying people. Stop trying to look all high and mighty in front of your friends. Stop trying to be that one guy talking about, I'm him. Stop all that. Because you see where him got him. 6 feet deep. So just leave people alone. Leave people alone. At the end of the day, mind your business. Worry about yourself. Okay? So the story is, the black boy was just sitting under a tent, which he was sitting in the wrong place or something like that. The white boy came up to him and told him he had to bounce because he was under the wrong tent. And that's how the altercation began, because why are you bothering this boy? If he's sitting down watching whatever attract me, and here you come trying to bully this boy out of a seat. He wasn't bothering anybody. Leave people alone.
Thank you for watching Great Minds Blacks.